This is my first ever Sketchy live test. It's going to see whether I can actually sketch and go live at the same time. Here I am, hi. And just seeing if this can work at all. I'll just see if I can get everything up on YouTube here. Here we go. Now I need to check that it's the right way up, because I'm experimenting here with okay, so can I do live sketches in the car? And I've got the camera on the sun visor, and just want to experiment with if I can just go live from anywhere and do some sketching. Now now the only problem is that I'm using my laptop, which is here, as opposed to reading comments that are on my phone, because the phone's up there, so I won't be able to see them. I'll have a look at Twitter and see if it's popped up on Twitter at all. But oh yeah, Sketchy live on Twitter. That's cool. Don't know if anyone's going to roll up, but you know, it's all an experiment. I've got a couple of bananas to draw, as you can see on my Instagram feed, that I've been drawing lots of bananas for the Elijah and Crumpet kids book, and this will be a continuation. These are a list of all my bananas. It remains a mystery, but you know, it's kind of okay. So it's a Kickstarter campaign, so you can imagine that it might have something to do with levels of investment in the Kickstarter campaign. So yeah, anyway, so these are like, you know, so we're just trying to create something cool with these bananas rather than just have them as standard old bananas. Like there will be a standard banana. This is kind of one of my standard bananas. I've been kind of looking at other bananas as well. You know, how you can make them look like interesting characters. You know, you obviously chuck some eyes and a mouth on one, and it's gonna look like a character. And oh, my voice is really crusty because I'm feeling quite sick at the moment. There's going to be a birthday banana, so that's kind of like what I'll be trying to do a sketch of today, kind of a tidier sketch of a birthday banana. And then, as you've seen on Instagram, all of the bananas have different coloured fruit inside the banana skin. And so obviously the banana which is unpeeled will be the mystery banana. Now this doesn't really make much sense, but it's for the Elijah and Crumpet kids book Kickstarter campaign, and which will be kicking off on October 28th. And these are all to do with kind of levels of investment in the Kickstarter campaign. And so yeah, and it's, you know, a lot. If for those who don't know, Crumpet is a monkey, so I think monkeys like bananas. So yeah. Anyway, so what I've done, and I talked yesterday about planning ahead in terms of, like, you know, working out what you want to do in the day, all that kind of stuff, and talking about doing some pre-sketches where you just kind of do some outlines and stuff like that, so I know what I'm kind of drawing the next day. Rather, I've just finished a lawn mowing job, just about to go on another lawn mowing job soon, so just want to know what you're doing, so you're not like wasting your time during the day trying to figure out what you want to do. I know I need to draw some more bananas, and I've done my outlines. I've got the mystery banana here, and I've got the birthday banana here, but we'll probably start with the mystery banana and start to feel that out. Now I don't know if my head's going to come into frame here as I'm drawing, and I don't know if the black and white is the exposure go a bit bunter, and you're not it's going to be blown out and you're not going to be able to see. you're not going to be able to see the page. I can kind of see it. I'm kind of streaming. I can see it on my laptop, but it's all very low res on my laptop. So it'd be interesting to see what if anyone pops on the live. They could let me know what the video quality looks like, and also the audio quality, because I'm not got the volume turned down on the laptop, so I don't want some weird kind of feedback loop happening. And the only problem with the sun visor is I'm a little bit far away. I am planning on working with a larger pad in the future, so I can get more detail in for when it shrinks down to the kids' book. So I think perhaps this afternoon going in and investing in a nice big sketch pad. I mean, drawing massively straight off is not my thing. But I think maybe if I start with kind of like a medium-sized sketch, get the proportions right and all that kind of stuff, and once I've done that, I can take a photo of it, put it on the computer. See, I don't know if I'm seeing that sketch very well there. The exposure might be a bit wrong. But I did want it black and white, because you know me, I love black and white. I just don't want to show you that my laptop bag is purple. Not that there's anything wrong with purple. I'm quite happy with my purple laptop bag. So in the future, maybe it probably needs to be about here, maybe. I don't know if then I'll be sketching quite high. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of mucking around, figuring it out. And I'm in the car park of a library here, and I've got a what you call it, a chamois type thing wound into the window to darken the page so it didn't blow out. So my activities are probably looking quite suspicious. But you know. Now, that's kind of a simple thing of a banana, the mystery banana. Now I did want to do some naturalistic banana splodges. You know, when you kind of make your when you let your bananas go a little bit too far, but not, you know, we don't want to have an overripe banana, but somewhere where it's a beautiful to eat banana, not where it's gone way too brown. The good thing with the way too brown bananas is they're always good to put in the freezer and turn into banana cake later on. Yeah, I just gotta try and do some naturalistic kind of splodges without making it look too splodgy. Two watching now. Oh, there's someone else watching. That'll be cool. Someone's there. If anyone's watching, they want to say hi. 50 VG. Hello from Rhode Island. Hi, how you going? Thanks for joining. This is a complete experiment what I'm doing at the moment. I have done a few sketches in the past using Instagram Live, but now I've got the potential to do it through the Prism mobile app on YouTube. So hey Pixelpia, how you doing? And so I thought, well, let's try a live in YouTube. Now so the differences between doing a YouTube live and a and an Instagram live. You see, the thing with Instagram live is they just disappear after 24 hours. And not saying that I want to hold on to this stuff forever, but I have been using occasionally these illustrations that I've been doing and recording them off a screen, and then using them, speeding them up in iMovie, doing like a bit of a time-lapse effect. And if you do that with Instagram, then you've got a time limit on how long you've got to actually record off your your vision. Pixel Pier, I'm okay. How are you in your cold? Yeah, my cold is pretty rough at the moment. As you can tell, my voice is pretty low. The razor blades have subsided a little bit in my throat, but I've just come from a lawn mowing job, a couple-hour lawn mowing job, and I've scheduled in a little bit of time between lawn mowing jobs where I go, I can do a little bit of sketching, because, you know, if you can work in something into your other work into the day, it's kind of cool. Oh, this isn't work, this is good fun, but you know, this is what I want to do for work, is this kind of stuff. So and the reason for drawing bananas is that it's for the Elijah and Crumpet kids book. Crumpet is a monkey, Elijah is a young boy with Down syndrome, and they have a great entertainment kind of YouTube channel, and they contacted me about doing kids book. Now there's gonna be a Kickstarter campaign for this kids book, October 28th, and one of the elements is, you know, when you pledge money or whatever, there's going to be a whole different selection of bananas that you can choose for your for how much you want to invest in the project. And as you see on my Instagram page, there's, once you peel the skin on the bananas, there's all these different colors inside which kind of represent that. And but this banana, because it's unpeeled, is a mystery banana. So who knows what will be inside the mystery banana? Who knows what all the other ones will be? You have to wait till October 28th to find out. But I think this will. So I'm drawing quite big now, so I can, because this is going to be quite small in the end. But if I start big and then shrink it down, it'll retain more of a detail and look a lot neater, I think. Things that I'm discovering as I'm going through the process of doing this. And this one's almost done, and then I'll be drawing the birthday banana. So I think that's kind of a workable thing. I think I've managed to wash all the grass clippings off my hands. It gets pretty messy mowing lawns. I tend to smudge it out a little bit. And I've got a plan for my, you might have seen I've been doing, now here's my birthday banana. Thank you, Pixel Pier. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. And Crumpet, well, the parent behind Crumpet, came up with the idea for the mystery banana as well. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, so I've got this idea. Pixel Pier, you might have seen on Instagram how I have had these 1-minute vlogs, daily vlogs, which I used to do. I did about 200, over 200 of them, and I'm kind of heading back to that, and posting those, and but not posting them on YouTube, because posting a 1-minute video on YouTube, it's not something that YouTube really likes much, because they want people to watch for as long as possible. They don't want them to watch tiny little snackable, I like that word, snackable bits of content. So what I was thinking of doing is, through this Prism app, is that I can play videos within the Prism app. And what I was thinking of doing is, because my podcast has been a bit, hasn't had much direction, you could say. I've been kind of experimenting with it a bit, and it's just, the end result is that it's quite messy. And so what I was going to do is do a live recording of the podcast on YouTube, broken up by me playing the daily vlogs and discussing stuff, discussing further what's in those daily vlogs with you guys in the chat, and having that recording be the podcast. Because the problem with podcasts is there's not really much room for growing community at all. It's pretty one-sided. You put your content out there, and you kind of hope for the best, and you hope some people hear it. Whereas if you're creating your podcast live, then you're getting feedback there and then, and involving the community that's kind of following your stuff, following what you're doing, and also sharing knowledge and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of, I think that's where it's all at. It's about meeting with other creators, sharing knowledge, learning from each other. So that's kind of my idea for my podcast. So I will have created obviously 7 daily vlogs, and then on Monday I'll schedule a time where I'll go live. I won't be sketching, I'll be devoting my time to the chat and queuing up the videos, and creating a live podcast. I'm going to give it a go this Monday. I won't have seven vlogs to use, but it's an experiment, so see how that goes. I'll keep putting the word out. Hopefully I'll have a few people online, and we can chat about getting stuff out there as a creator, and different ways of getting your stuff out there. Now I have heard, I was listening to there's a recent Gary V video, speaking of getting your content out there, and he pretty much announced that, I've seen it happening, it's dropped off massively, but Instagram organic reach is dead, and I have to agree with him. It's the Instagram feed is pretty much dead. I'm not noticing. Like, I used to get probably what I get, I'd probably used to get 50 to 60 likes, something like that, and now I'll be lucky to get 5 or something. So and the views, it's weird, because the views, the likes are often far more than the views, and I don't know if that means that people are just seeing it, going, oh yeah, that's cool, I'll click like and move on, and not actually watch it. Don't know what they're classing as a watched video in the feed, but I'm putting my content there anyway. I might be experimenting with using some of that content over on TikTok, because in that TikTok as well, and he tends to know where things are at. Pixel Peer, have you a bit of a platform, Moseek, that they are developing? You can publish a video and people send you a video response in your video. Oh, that's cool. I don't know about that. I'll have to look into that. Have you been using that Pixel Peer? But yeah, so what I'm trying to do is just make the podcast a more social event, because I love getting on live and chatting with other creators out there. Pixel Peer, it is in the very early state, but I can send you a link if you're interested. Check. Yeah, no, I'm always interested to check out new ideas. That's for sure. For getting stuff out there and getting people involved. I mean, what I love about the Instagram live feature is that you can do you can chat with other Instagrammers and do the split screen thing without having to set up any kind of fancy OBS broadcasting software or anything silly like that. You just hit the button and go, and you're doing an interview there, and then the quality is a bit kind of average and all over the place, but oh, cool. It is really in development and have an active Discord server for development. Yeah, cool. That would be very cool. And kind of, I'm looking at ways also of just where, because way back when I started this whole documenting my journey thing for my career pivot, I kind of took Gary V's advice, but you need to document, don't create. Document your journey and all you're doing, and kind of that's a great way of getting content out there. Oh, cool. Thanks for the DM, Pixel Peer. But instead, with my journey for almost a whole year, I was kind of creating content just for the vlog and stuff like that. Whereas now I'm trying to see what I can do that is, because what he says is document, don't content for content's sake, actually creating content of what you're doing. And so here is what I'm doing. I'm doing some illustrations. I'd be doing an illustration anyway, except now I'm doing an illustration where I can chat to wonderful people of YouTube, like Pixel Peer. What time is it where you are, Pixel Peer? I'm just wondering, because I try and do, if I'm going to try and do these lives, I think I need to try and do them in the morning, which will be the evening time for my American friends. And I'm in the future, so like I'm a day ahead. A day ahead in the morning will be your evening. I don't know. It's like I did a podcast interview with Marilyn McNeil of Chant Magic, and she's in LA. I think she's about 17 hours behind. It's almost 9 p.m. Okay, cool. Yeah, so just trying to figure out how I can bring my podcast back into liven it up a bit, because so for complete clarity on my podcast, my best podcast is an hour and a half interview which I did with a fellow YouTube creator, Brian Vlasic, talking about his daily vlogging. And And so that's my best one. That's got about 100 listens or something like that. Now, all of my other podcasts, when I started this, I would do a daily vlog, and that daily vlog would go into my podcast, and I would compile them up and release a podcast once a week, which would obviously be 7 minutes long, of all the compiled daily vlogs. And I'd try and stick on a theme all week so that it kind of flowed and felt like it belonged. But I think that's where I got into the issue of it being me creating content for content's sake, because I was, thinking up topics and stuff like that. Whereas I'd rather just kind of do stuff as it becomes, as I need to. Like, as I found this Prism app, I just did a tutorial on it because that's what I was doing, and I thought I've just learnt that, so I might as well put it up online. Now that video is crazy. Like, I've learnt something there, is that so most of my videos are about 40 to 50 views. Some are less, and that tutorial is now over 1,500 views. It's absolutely nuts, and it continues going up every day. Like, it's just hasn't stopped, which is really mind-blowing. So what I'm thinking in terms of content, so if I do this, I'm calling it the live vlogcast, and so I'll do like an hour-long live podcast recording once a week on YouTube. I also want to get to a point where I'm doing a tutorial once a week on YouTube, whatever I'm doing, like, what software I'm using or what have you. And I'd also like to do creator chat stuff as well on Instagram. I'd want to do one interview on Instagram and then kind of convert that for YouTube. So you might have like a 30 minutes to an hour long video as well. That can also go out to the podcast, because I want to kind of talk about other creators and their journeys and what they're up to and how they're working towards being successful artists, creators, and in terms of successful, I mean, my goal, my vision is that I want to be able to create work, art, projects that are sustainable. Like, if you make books or whatever, that they can constantly be purchased and promoted and things like that. It's not like a work for service thing. I worked in work for service. I had a mobile cinema for 20 years, and working for service is fine, but as you get older, and the fact that I don't have a single ounce of retirement money or anything like that, I think it's time to start investing in the future. Thank you, Pixel Peer. Couldn't find where to create the invite, but sent you the URL. That will work, I hope. If not, let me know. Thank you very much for that, Pixel Peer. That's a great help. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening with my content, and I'm trying not to. Like, the problem is you've got podcasts, you've got live, you've got video, you've got all these ways of getting your content out there, and I kind of go, oh, I could do that, oh, I could do this, oh, I could, and the problem is trying not to take on too much and create extra work, so you don't actually get the work you're trying to get done, if you know what I mean. Because the whole point is that you're trying to do the work in the first place. Now, I don't know if anyone's on... I've got 3 watching now. That's cool. So someone else is here. Hello, hello. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Just doing a test of live sketching with the Elijah and Crumpet Kids book, and just pretty much seeing how the Prism Live app works. Now, I'm in my car. The camera of the phone is in my sun visor thing, and my laptop's here so I can see the comments, because I can't see those comments up there. Sorry, I've got a cold. Only problem is I can't see Periscope's comments. So hopefully there's not people in Periscope commenting. If there is, and you have a YouTube, jump on over to YouTube and have a chat there. Haven't quite worked out how to if anyone knows, like, I don't know anything about Periscope. I haven't really looked into it much, but I don't know if I can get a screen up on my laptop as well to view the Periscope comments coming in, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a quick check on it now, because I've got Twitter up. And I'll click on it. I'll try and see if I can see comments. Apologies. I'll keep sketching, because you could... What do we see here? So I've got the... Oh yeah. So there's 1 person watching in Periscope. 3 people watching in Periscope, I think. Does someone on Periscope want to say hi? Just so I can see where the comments come in. That's hi chat. So there's no comments there. That's cool. But there's 4 people watching on Periscope. That's cool. The only problem is I need to kind of go between my YouTube screen and the Periscope screen. That's cool. Yeah. So tonight, what I'll do is I'll take photos of these first of all, and then I'll put them into Adobe Draw on my phone. He just went to Twitter. Don't think you can say anything. Yeah, I don't know if you Pixel P, if you jump on the if you actually click that link, it'll take you to Periscope. And I don't know whether you can just chuck a comment in there, whether you need a Periscope account. I'm not sure. I love these lives. It's always people trying to figure out how to make stuff work. But, you know, after I've done it quite a few times, I'll get the hang of it and know what I'm doing. Ah, Michael Wharf. Hi, Michael Wharf. You're on Periscope. How you doing? I'm just experimenting with doing my live sketches, so it's actually on YouTube and Periscope going out to Twitter, as opposed to doing an Instagram one. So, and just kind of think, because that way I've got longer to actually record it. Popped in real quick. Breaking rules. Oh, Michael. Okay, I'll talk quietly. Yeah. Nice to see you here, Michael. So are you working a night shift or evening shift or something like that? So just so everyone watching on the comments for Periscope at the moment. And then I'll flip back. Dig this. Cool, man. I see you got a new podcast out too. I want to catch that. I love your podcast. Lots of not just talking about art, but talking about your favourite brews, be them caffeinated or alcoholic. Yeah, that's very cool. So I have to check that out. So I think I'm getting to a point of almost being done on my... I need something which I can view my Periscope and YouTube comments at the same time. So back on YouTube comments now. See, I don't know if the comments are coming up on the phone. Hello up there. I can't see. I always had issues with comments coming up on the phone, but now that it's on my sun visor, it's even harder to read the comments. So yeah, back on Periscope comments now. So yeah, Michael, if you're still watching, so I've got my phone in my sun visor of the car, and trying to get enough height with my laptop bag here so that you can actually see what I'm doing. I've got my laptop over there so I can see the comments. I think it's working out alright. Like if I tried to do this at home, I'd have like kids all over me, and there'd be noise, and there'd be pets. There'd be a cat trying to sit right here. Laptop bags. Anyone who knows cats, and what's worse, not just laptop bags, is they love laptops, especially when they're on. They love to keep themselves warm and toasty on a laptop. So, probably getting to the end of my little experiment here. Just pop back onto YouTube. Don't know if you're still there on YouTube, Pixel Pier. But yeah, thanks for joining me and sharing some interesting info. As always, you're kind of experimenting with this stuff as well, which is cool. We can work all this stuff out together. That's the whole thing about all this. Great thing about the creator community. Viewed this. Very cool. Wish I could draw. Hi, viewed this. Nice. Thanks for joining. Great to see you. I'm creating some illustrations for a kid's book, and for somebody else, and always a pleasure. Thanks, Pixel Pier. Great to see you too. And so, like, I thought, well, while I'm doing the sketches, might as well go live. Why not go live, have a chat, see if anyone's there, and share some knowledge about, you know, creator stuff and how to get your work out there to the world. I mean, doing lives is a great way of getting your stuff out there. You can just have a chat. I mean, Pixel Pierre, you've given me a lot of great motivation. Thanks so much. I'm so glad that I could be motivating. Sometimes I don't feel very motivated. I try and be motivating, but that's really cool. Hello, am I back on? Oh no, I haven't done my hair. That's because I had a beanie on. I'm mowing the lawn. Yeah, I'll probably sign off now. I had a phone call come in, so there is a tip. There's a tip, especially when I go recording my podcast later, to actually make sure I'm kind of on. I'm on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, Thanks so much everyone for joining in, and I will definitely be doing this again. I think it worked quite well, and check you later. Now Monday, keep an eye out. Monday I'm going to do the live vlogcast record, which should be a bit crazy, nerve-wracking, and good fun. Anyway, it's all good fun. It's all a good experiment. So catch you later everyone.